All right, here we are, another day at the cabin. Today's Sunday, October the 5th, I guess. I lose track of days here. Anyway, yesterday, Saturday, Rick Keefe, my good buddy, came over and helped me run water lines. So we got hot and cold here into the bathroom, ran. And then over here, we got hot and cold ran for a tankless hot water heater that's going to heat our water up for sinks and washing hands, those kinds of things. And then over here is our hot and cold for our sink, our kitchen sink. And so we got all those lines ran. Spent most of the day down in the dungeon. So let's, whoa, that's one thing. Being old, you got to be very careful with this right here, because it is a pain getting down in here. My good buddy Rick spent most of the day down in here. As you can see here, we've got my Seaflow water pump with accumulator tank, so it won't put stress on the water when we need water, so that will keep it from working all the time. And then over here is where we ran all the lines down the way, and then got all of our T's and elbows put on. I'd originally thought I had left all that at home, but evidently I had it in a box, and it was the last box I hadn't checked. Go figure. So anyway, we got the water filter put on, all the connections to the water pump here goes out that pipe right there, and it barely fits in there. Hopefully there's not too much of a kink when we make the turn, because it goes up to the barrels where all the water storage is, so it'll pump from there. And then up here, all the various drain lines and sewer lines for the septic and the kitchen drain. And then all of the various hot and cold back there. So pretty clean down here. We had spent half the day, just all this down here was nothing more than, ow, God darn it, hit my head. That hurt. That was a big rafter. So all this down here was just full of pipes and hoses, and so we got all that, oops, sorry. Got all that cleaned up. It was quite the jungle. I'll go out and take a picture and show you. But anyway, it's nice to have this done. Now we can start putting all of our connections together once we get everything painted and everything. So anyway, let me get out of this dungeon, and I'll run over and show you what came out of here. Heating up the cabin so we can paint today. So there's that. Yeah, let's take a hike over to the boneyard. Yeah, pretty old day today. It was 27 degrees in the morning, but man, it's really turning out to be a gorgeous day. Yeah, I got my flag out. That stuff's going back in the cabin, so I'm trying to get things organized, things I'm taking home versus stuff that's gonna stay here. And if I have time in the next couple days, I got to get over here into my fortress, get that cleaned out and get all my tools organized. I brought a shelving unit over to see if I could get that taken care of. But this is all the stuff that was down there. Propane lines, and he used garden hoses. The previous owner used garden hoses to run all of his water throughout the entire cabin. Just crazy stuff. But anyway, got all those cut out and cleaned up. Now you can actually move down there. So if I need to do any maintenance or anything, then I'm able to do that. But yeah, what a beautiful day in Southern Oregon, Central Oregon. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I love it up here. Anyway, on to the next.